Hello everyone, CKH here, and welcome to my first episode of Adobe Premiere. Now this is Adobe Premiere Pro on the Creative Suite 6. So you might have a slightly different program than I do, but it should pretty much be the same concepts we're going over here. Now, Adobe Premiere is an advanced editing program. It is pretty simple to use compared to some other ones, but it is meant for people who have more of an understanding of video editing. However, it is one of the most simplest to use of all of the professional ones, which is why I like it so much. But fear not, because I'm going to help you get through it in this series. Now, when you open up a new project in Premiere, none of this will be here. This will all be completely empty. Let's change that. You're going to come down here and double click in the media storage file place. This is where then it's going to come up with a typical file browser and go to your footage, find typical like folder system, find where your footage is. I already have mine in here, so I'm just press cancel. And it might take a little bit of time to import, but once it's in, you can just double click and there it is. This is just a stream I did a while back that I just saved, me playing some TF2. And yeah, so now it's in there. Great. What we need to do now is make a sequence, which is a timeline. If those of you who have used programs before that call it a timeline, that's what this is. You're going to go down here and right click underneath where you put the footage, go to new item and sequence. Now it's going to come up with a bunch of different options you can pick from. Now I know that this footage is in 1080p and 24 frames a second. Your footage might not be that, so find out what the frame rate and resolution of your footage is and find the sequence preset that makes the most sense to go with that. There's also a way to make a custom one, but the easiest one is just to go with this. You're very likely going to have one of these. But, excuse me, and yeah, I'm just going to go with this. Press OK, and it's going to make a new sequence. You might notice that it says sequence 7, that's just because I've been doing this for a while now. But yeah, just ignore that. It will say sequence 1 for you. So, let's make an edit. We're going to go up here to our footage, and we're going to kind of scrub along so you can see it's there. Now, Adobe Premiere Pro uses a type of editing called three-point editing. Now, what that means is you make an in point and out point and then drop it into your timeline. I know that might not make a lot of sense, so I'm going to walk you through it. So let's we've kind of scrubbed through the footage to find what we want. Right around here. Let's say I want people doing the conga. So what I did here, I pressed the I button on the keyboard. This is in the default Adobe Premiere keyboard shortcuts. You can change them, make them custom, whatever you want. I'm just going to go with the default ones. Let's say I want, I don't know, about a little bit of this. There we go. And make an out point by pressing O. So now I have this part of the footage selected, and it's what I'm going to be working with. Now I want to get just this part into the timeline. Easiest way to do that is press period, and there you go. And notice if you press period again, when you go like here, it overwrites what you did. That's because there are two different ways to drop footage onto a timeline. There is overwrite and insert. The insert button is the comma. See how I did that? You press comma and it will push all the footage that's already on the timeline out of the way to make room for this. You press overwrite, all it does is just, it'll say give this footage priority and it'll just come on and take over. I'm going to go back, just have this one. Alright, so we got that. Cool. Nice. Sorry for the scrubbing, I know it's a little bit annoying. Now, let's say we want to just, I don't know, let's just go find something. Let's say I wanted this. I'm not really paying much attention to this, but let's just say let's say I was making some type of highlight thing, like the MLG Pro stuff. That was a kind of a jab at MLG, just so you know. And let's say I want to just, put this clip next in the highlight reel. And I want to put it exactly at the exact frame that this clip ends. That's where I want the next one to start. So what you do, you hold Shift and you click towards the end of the clip here, and the marker will snap to the end. And I can press period, and there you go. You can see that, it goes there. And I'm using arrow keys to go one frame at a time. It will save the audio though, by default. And then, there it goes, there it goes. Clip changed. So, I mean, that's pretty much the very basics of how three-point editing works. Now, you can also do the same type of three-point editing to get a piece of the clip out. So, what you do, let's say I wanted, I don't know, this part out. Do the same thing, you start at in point where you want it, and out point where you want it to end. And there are two things now. There is the extract button, and the lift button. If you press the semicolon key, it lifts the footage. What this means is it takes the footage and will leave a blank space where the footage was. Control Z that. If you press the apostrophe button, it will remove the footage and close the gap, bridging the two clips together. Each one can be used for a specific purpose, but they each have their own use. If you're just doing something at the end of the footage, it doesn't really matter what you do. Like if I just do that, I can do lift or extract and it doesn't matter what I do. Same thing with overwrite and insert. It doesn't really matter when you put something at the end of a clip. But for now, I think that's about it for the basics three-point editing techniques of Adobe Premiere. What we're going to do next is go over some more keyboard shortcuts and some audio shortcuts and some fun things with audio. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.